All right. Welcome to the, I believe we're on number 8, SquadOps podcast. I am your inconsequential host, Captain Morgan. We also have with us tonight um, 3 phenomenal people. That is Frost,
Yep.
Fire,
Hello.
and Screv Daddy as our guest host. Screv, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Skrevski, and I've been. God, how long have I been with SquadOps? 4 or 5 years now, something like that. Um, just been like to think I'm a cheerful guy, have fun, hang out, playing games, and being an amateur military historian and all that kind of stuff. So don't know what else to say right now.
Awesome. We will be joined a little bit later by the intrepid Aussie Wookiee. He is doing his civic duty. He said he'd be here in about an hour. He's doing his civic duty by voting currently in the Australian primary. I don't know, whatever they call their voting time period. Um,
Still call it an election,
he said he forgot daylight savings, so he thought he had another hour.
I
So
think.
honest mistake. Honest mistake. Either way, he'll be here in a little while. He'll be joining us, and we'll get to hear the dulcet tones of a slightly idiotic Australian man. That all being said, I think we've got some announcements. Pull those up. Jamie, let me know if I forget anything. That's legally distinct, Jamie. I'm sorry.
Maybe with a Y.
Yep. So tomorrow we have an op at 1:45 p.m. It's Penitent Tangent. It's an oldie but a goodie. We've got SOT Basic at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern. We have Galactic Contentions at 1:45 on May the 4th. So we're doing a whole Star Wars thing. If you guys have been following along with the Galactic Contentions group, they cross-posted our stuff as an advertisement on their on Discord page. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be a really fun op. Skrevski, I'm sure you could tell us a little bit more about it, as I think you were kind of personally involved in that one. So we can go over that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday's Broken Crossbow. Again, that's another session 2, 8:45 p.m. And then Saturday we've got a 1:45 p.m. Operation Splinter. This month's also pretty packed with SOT stuff. We've got some FTL things. On the 17th, we've got another Super Fob Saturday. And then the 25th, I didn't know this, but on the 25th of May, course that I helped put together, which is the SOT JTAC course, is coming to fruition. So I'm excited to hear that. Anything else that I missed there? Legally distinct, Jamie? Jamie with an I?
We have a SOT CQC adventure coming out on the 18th too. So
yes,
yeah, we'll have another one of these out before that one. I'm imagining that's very similar to our regular production show stuff. So we will have that as well. If anybody wants to participate, you guys should sign up on the website. That's squadops.gg. I will say it again for those in the back. That is squadops.gg. Just go to our website, go to the calendar. You can sign up for all sorts of events. It's going to be a good time. I guarantee it. JG Wentworth. Anyway.
Tonight's podcast is sponsored by.
Anything else I missed there from any of you guys?
yeah, we are sponsored tonight by Blue Chew. We appreciate their support every day.
Oh, that's right. Theon dropped us, so we had to go to Blue Chew. I forgot. That is correct.
Use code SQUAPS to get 5% off your Blue Chew order.
This is true.
Link in the description.
All right. Anything else as far as messages we need to send across to the group? I believe so. All right, let's get locked into it. So, Skrevski is our guest host for tonight. We're going to be interviewing with a series of questions. Those of you that aren't aware, I'm trying something different right now, which is to give like an overview of what we're doing. That was a suggestion made to me by 3 separate individuals, so I figured I should take them up on it. So high-level overview, series of questions for Skrevski. Skrevski asks us some questions. It devolves into a panic-inducing bit of mayhem, and then we kind of collapse back into the black hole that is the 4Ops1 couch. Any questions on the process here, Skrev?
You're muted, buddy.
Well,
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Nothing heard. That's okay. All right. So, any questions that you feel are off limits, let me know. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. I'm just going to kind of go through a series of questions and, feel free to answer. So the first question I have is, what brought you to SquadOps?
Well, that was watching Karma Cut videos, I will say. Kind of a typical answer.
He got
But
you
that's
too, huh?
yep, got me too. I was looking just for, things to watch and stumbled on Karma Cut's videos, and I probably watched them for about a year before I joined the Discord. Just watching them and everything, and then after that, I was playing squad with a friend, and I was talking about these videos to watch, and he said, "Well, why don't you just go join it and see what happens?" And here I am. So that's how I got into the Discord and into SquadOps.
All right. And what made you stick around then? Like, you've been here for a number of years now. What kept you here as long as you have? What kept you that kind of drive going to become a manager and a board member now? You were voted in at the last board meeting for a board member for the club. What brought you to the point where you're like, you know what? I like this insane group of guys, and I like sticking around here. Like, what is the thing that kind of kept you here?
First and foremost is just the camaraderie, the community itself, hanging out with people. It is by far one of the best groups I've ever been in. Just how people are and like to hang out, play games, have fun. That was the big drive. But what really set it off was the meetups. First meetup we had a big, I think it was like 15 of us got together, and that just was an experience that I was not expecting, and it drove me to new heights. And I actually just became an assistant manager in the SOT team and went down and got to celebrate with that. But I just love the community and what we do and putting things on for people and having a good time doing it. So
And it's not just Frost's sweet face that you kept you around.
I mean, that's definitely a part of it, because geez. Frost is a soft teddy bear, and when you get hugged by him, it's just love and care. But but yeah, it's a good time. And I like giving back. I mean, I've definitely hugged him, and I've hugged Morgan. I even hugged you, Fryer. So there we go.
That's Fryer.
Yeah, Fryer. I can't talk tonight. Jeez. But no, I really like giving back to the community, and that's why I've made the effort to become a manager, become a board member, and make it the best community we can have. So.
All right. The most important, all-encompassing question I have to ask you is, are we a Gold Star or Skyline Chili fan?
Skyline, man. I'm from Cincinnati.
The correct answer from anybody else listening that's not from Cincinnati is it's neither. And I like my chili without spaghetti noodles on it. However, go ahead and continue to base the good name that is chili.
Yep, I'm from Cincinnati. I grew up with it. I'm a Skyline Chili fan. I'm sorry.
Spaghetti and chili? Is that a thing?
Yes,
really?
sir.
Yeah.
It is indeed a thing. Yep.
Man, Ohioans.
We are a strange breed. I admit that fully, but here we are.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, got a phone call, but it'll wait till later. What's your favorite thing about SquadOps, man? I know you said the camaraderie and all that, but what's your favorite thing about being SquadOps here?
Honestly, just hang out with the people. Playing, being in a voice chat with people, and every night we're in a VC almost every night. People are playing games together, be it Squad, be it Arma, be it whatever the game of the month is, game of the week, and just hanging out, talking,
about everything and everything, and going from there. That's my favorite thing. It's just being a group of friends that get together and hang out. So
What and my last question before I kind of turn it over to some of these other guys. What is the toughest thing you've gone through in the last, I would say, 10 years? I know you have really leaned on this community as a kind of stable point in your life, and I just kind of wanted to showcase for a minute, just to give you some idea of where I'm going with this. I just want to showcase how truly strong of an individual you are, and how much effort it takes you to do the things that you do here for each and every person, because you love this community and the people in it so much.
well, that I will say happened. I guess it's 5 months now, 6 months now. Back in December, I had a massive heart issue come up. I basically was 2 days away from dying. Um, so I'd say that's the biggest hurdle that I've had, and but with not just doing it with that, but everybody in here was completely supportive, um, and that really helped me get through that situation. Um, and just I give back as much as I can because of that, and just a lot of people go through that, and I really like how everybody comes together to help people. But yeah, health has been a major issue for me for the past 20 years, and everybody in here has been so supportive to help get through that. That I've been able to lean on it when I need to. That it's truly remarkable how people who while some of us have met each other, how many haven't, and we've come together so much that we can have that, um, to be there for one another. So I think that's really really strong and really cool.
Amen to that. All right, I gotta take this phone call real quick. They sent two text messages since the phone call, so evidently it's something super duper important. I'm gonna hand the questions over to Fire and Frost for a few minutes, and I'll be back. Apologize.
That's not sex
Alright.
messages. That's awful.
Well, it's before 9 o'clock, so it's not quite a booty call, but you never know.
Okay, yeah. You never know. Could be feeding a little early.
Indeed.
Skrevski, obviously, big fan of the meetups. We did the Gettysburg one because you were obviously a big Civil War buff.
Right.
What is the next on the list? What is your meetup that you want to plan? Where do you want to go next? You're like, man, I really want to see blank. I haven't seen
Well,
it.
I'm so as Morgan walks away, but me and him have been planning a Euro trip, going through Spain and France and following the Napoleonic battlefields there. So that would
Ooh,
be
that'd be
that
pretty
would be
tight.
amazing. Also meeting up with all of our members who are in Europe, if they can come out and come meet up, that'd be really really cool. But other than that, I'm down for anything.
Yeah.
I have the wherever we want to go, whatever we want to do. I'm always actually couple weeks ago I met up with Stalker and Sang. We went to a Reds game down here in Cincinnati, and so
I heard
even
about
when we're
that.
not doing even when we're not doing big groups, a bunch of us get together all the time and
Yeah.
meet up and hang out. So
The Napoleonic War one would be pretty fun. That'd be pretty
yeah,
entertaining. Well, Portugal, Spain,
yeah,
France.
yeah.
Would you
Just
go into Germany like Austerlitz and
I don't know if
obviously
we'd get that
necessity
far.
there?
Obviously, it would. I mean, it would have to be a couple weeks. Like, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do a big trip like that, you gotta take the time and go around.
Yeah.
We talked about maybe heading over to Italy for a day or two just to see Italy. So it would be a whole. I think if we're doing a Euro trip, I want to do it all.
Yeah.
I went to Germany when I was 16 and loved it, and I'd always wanted to go back. So
Well, you need to take Frost with you so you can speak the language.
right, yeah, there you go.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. I want to do Switzerland at some point. I know I joked about it a couple of times, but I feel like
Well,
Switzerland would be pretty cool.
funny enough, my family is on the border of Switzerland and Germany. It's where we come from. So, so that would be I'd be cool with that. And Frost, if I
Pretty
remember
good.
correctly, you're going to Germany here in a couple months,
In
or month.
July. Yep,
Yeah.
2 months.
Hmm.
I cannot wait.
How are the summers in Germany? Are they tend to be a little hot, not
They're
terribly humid like North Carolina,
no
armpit of fucking
humidity.
hell?
Yeah, glad I'm leaving. No, they're very mild. I mean, I'd say 80 is like an extreme heat wave over there.
Damn,
Um, in North
Damn.
what a
Carolina,
life.
here we hit 90 today. The drive home was a
Mm.
little warm in my Jeep, no doors, but it was nice. Still enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're
Like,
getting like 87, 88 nowadays. A
we have
little toasty.
we haven't got there, but the humidity has been atrocious here in Ohio.
Hmm.
So I think we're at 70% humidity today. It's just like, ah,
It's a dry heat, you know.
yeah.
So nothing like living in an armpit. To really, you know.
Yeah.
Ross, you got any
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you didn't take my question because for a second I thought you would. I know we've all three of us here, Morgan as well. We've done a bunch of these get-together trips, Texas, Gettysburg, TC. Well, that was part of Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Which trip was your absolute favorite?
I'm gonna say the first one because that was just such an experience meeting everybody for the first time,
Absolutely.
and the just the it wasn't, there was no like, oh my god, I'm here with this guy. Like, it was literally everybody got along, everybody had a good time, and it was like instantly, okay, you're cool. Like, it's like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it was just that. So like I said, the first one was definitely the best one in my opinion. I mean, I've liked them all, but that one was definitely the best one in my opinion. So
Speaking of
Yeah.
which, for the new one, I picked up. I have to fix a problem. I picked up a new toy. It's empty.
oh,
So
Mine's empty too. I picked up a new toy,
that's a cool toy. I'll be right back.
547.
I
I might get a musket like this when I get
Oh, get a
depending on
musket.
the price, but yeah.
Get a musket. If it fires, it fires. You know.
Yeah, I've always wanted I've always
I like
wanted a
you
musket.
walking through the fucking the stream in the background as you cross over your island oasis back there. Yeah, the first trip, like I was explaining to my mom, like, yeah, I'm meeting up with some guys I met online. You know, I
yeah.
talk to them all the time. I talk to them all the time, but I think we're just gonna hang out for a little while. Oh, really? Where? Texas? That's a bit of a trip. What if you don't like them? I'm like, well,
Well, it's
find
even
out.
worse
guess I'm shit out of luck for 5 or 6 days, I guess.
well, on
But
top
no,
of
like,
that, you drove down that one too. So it's
the
even
second one I drove down. First one I did not.
Oh,
First one
did
I
you
did
not
not drive
fly?
down.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
That's
he was
right,
also Morgan was. So the reason I've been driving is because I hate flying with firearms. Morgan was supposed to bring a whole bunch of firearms to the first one, and then he was like,
yeah. Right.
"My safe broke. I can't get in the safe." So
Saga, yeah.
yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, well, I think I'm driving down this time too as well. Just be a whole lot. It's not easier. It is not easier than flying, but it is. I don't know, simpler.
Yeah.
I just hate flying. I really do. I did have to get the real ID. The thing
I
they
just, I
require
just,
now, the little
I
star on
just,
your license. That's great.
I
I
just,
love that.
I just got that a couple weeks ago. I had to renew my ID because I had my birthday. So
Yeah. Bringing in like 2 forms of identification, social security card, birth certificate, all this shit, and you're like, cool.
two places with your mail, and yeah, it's a
It's
whole
not like
thing.
I haven't lived here for 20, 28, 26 years now. I had a license for a decade. No. Go ahead
Yep.
and provide more background documentation so we know for real this time you're a real one. Well,
You really do exist here. Yeah.
I'm that guy now, so thank you. Thank you, government. Appreciate that.
Cat knocked over about a half a glass of Coke with a little adult beverage in it, so it
Oh.
went all over my
no.
desk. I had to clean
Yeah,
it up. Sorry.
drinking on stream, is
go.
that cool or not? Somebody tell me.
I do it every night, so don't worry.
Somebody tell me that's TOS, please.
Oh, that sucks. I have to wash my mouse pad or something now.
Got all over the place.
Well,
King
it was-
Bry in chat wants to go from Spain to Turkey.
well, that's cool.
That's a rough one. That's a pretty long journey.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know if I could do that.
Especially through Baltics. Baltics is the interesting place, or so I've heard.
Greg and I have on our list one of these years to do the Napoleonic battlefields from
we were talking
Portugal.
about that. I asked him what he where he wanted. What was his dream trip that we could do? He said that was what you were planning. So
Yeah. We're just waiting for him to
It's getting closer.
Get funding together so we can plot it out and plan it out, and then we'll invite a few people if people want to go.
oh,
But
Getting
I
closer.
mean, maybe I'll look into my schedule and see what's going on. I'll talk to.
available. Yeah.
Let me talk to the secretary. We'll see what's on the docket.
I'm for sure just gonna take the time to do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good
Yeah,
time.
that seems
Wait
that
till
seems really
2027
cool. I
and
would
my
love to do
schedule's
that.
going to be really open.
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's honestly probably when we'll go. We'll be right around there. So
Right. Yeah.
it'll work out well. Man,
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really want to do
My
that.
mouse
So
gonna work without having
it should.
I don't know if it's put something underneath it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is it? Did he
not
spill
reading
on the desk?
Yeah, which isn't a big deal. It went into an open area. The only thing that's there is my kids got me it's a big octopus that's like, I don't know, probably like this big, and most of it went on the octopus, which can go in the wash, but portion of it slipped down onto the mouse pad, which kind of sucks balls. But here we are.
Well, every time you use your mouse and you smell,
whatever it is.
you get that nice Pavlovian response. Like, man, I could really go for a drink right about now.
Before this podcast started, I spilled some Captain Morgan on my keyboard pad, which spans my entire desk. So I feel you.
You're right along with me then. Yeah, this was a tough break. I prepped this drink specifically for this podcast, and I was like, if I get about halfway through, I'm loose enough that everything's gonna be great, but not drunk, And then I was like, well, now I've down to like an eighth of a glass, which is
we love
might take like
babies.
a little bev break. Maybe a 5-minute intermission.
Well, that's all right. I
Refill.
can just walk over. Oh, I have the thing on. I don't know if some of you guys may know, but I bought this. Right. Oh, is it gonna do it? Hold on. Do it again. Change background. None. I bought this drink refrigerator right here.
Ooh, wow, okay.
So,
Mr. Fancy.
Yeah. It was on sale at the local
Furniture store.
appliance store. Yeah, I had to go and buy like 3 dishwashers, 2 refrigerators, and like a washer and dryer for a couple of different units that I have, and they, of course, they all went out, one after the other.
Yeah.
And while I was there, the guy's
they come in
like,
threes.
yeah, while I was there, the guy's like, well, I've got two other things that are on sale right now. I don't know if you're interested in it. And this was on sale because there's a dent the size of a quarter in the back panel.
Oh.
And it's normally it's normally like a $600 like stainless steel like refrigerator. I got it for $300.
Nice.
And
there
then
you go. Yeah.
I got a nugget ice machine, which is going to the new place.
Mhm.
Should be in there in the next month or two. It's getting close to being done. One of these podcasts, I'll have to go over there and set up my laptop and sit in the backyard. You guys can take a look at it. It's really, it's very pretty. But anyway, I got that, and then I got a on sale dishwasher that is over at the new place too. So there's that. But Anywho. All right, Screv. So I have another question for you.
Sure.
When am I gonna get my my recipe that I've been asking for
Hmm.
for I don't
Look,
know how
man,
long now?
I've asked so many times. I don't know what to tell you at this point. I will
We're
ask
gonna
again.
drive over there.
No, don't worry about it. Don't.
No, I have to. At this point, it's a moral imperative. Like I have to get this recipe for Morgan.
Squad
It
Ops
will be
meet up.
delivered. Yeah. I'm just-
Squad Ops meet up at your mom's house.
I've asked
Yeah,
for
that's
2
exactly it.
years. 2
No,
years for a matzo ball soup recipe, and each time I get the
Mm.
answers, yeah, I'm gonna ask her, and then she just doesn't do it. I know I'm at the really top of her priority list to take care of, but
well, here,
I
if
just take care of.
anything, I'm staying at her house on before I go to DC. So I
Mm.
will sit down and have her write it out in front of me. And put it-
Perfect, perfect. That'll go over well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, 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 crazy.
Indeed.
Um,
So that goes back a lot. It's our family recipe. Hey, when you're sick, you make matzo ball / chicken soup, and it's how you get better. So we always make it when one of us gets sick. So just saying.
for someone that gets sick a lot, you somehow don't have this recipe. It's wild.
Because it comes to me. That's why.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Scarth, what questions you got for us, man?
Man, I don't even know.
What do you want to know about us?
What
Gotta
is your
be
favorite
something.
color? I don't know. What's your favorite color? Like honestly, what's your favorite color?
Well,
Mm,
there's a specific color, and it's the color that I painted my office at the new place. Let me find it.
Mine is any shade of blue. I love blue. Um,
yeah,
I
I
am
think
on
I like
a
blue as well.
I am on a green kick. I've liked green for a long time, but the specific color green that I'm looking for, this is very specific, is the color when water is on a deep verdant green leaf, and you kind of get that even deeper, darker, richer hue of green.
mm,
And I found at Sherwin-Williams Paint, they have like a catalog of color codes that you can go through,
right.
and I found one that is is very very pretty, but it's a hashtag code, so I don't know if that'll come up with anything for anyone, but essentially it's
If you search it, it'll come up.
copy.
Should.
Yeah.
Let me see. 172 621. Yeah, that's Cardin green is what it is.
Mm.
Ardent.
Cardin,
Ardent.
Charlie Alpha Romeo Delta India November.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know how to share this, but anyway, this is the color. This is what I painted my office. This in some wood tones. I'll just post it in this chat channel, I suppose. Ignore all of the other things from Aussie Wookie in there. But,
Yes, I think we will.
What in
From
the
Ozzy.
world?
it's don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with the ability to like spend a lot of time outdoors. I mean, Frost, you have a little bit as well, and I've seen different things. I mean, I read a lot of books. I read at least 2 books a month, if not 3, if I can make the time for it. Especially with all the travel I've been doing, any commercial travel I do, I don't. I do some work, but I will dedicate an hour or two of just straight reading time. And there's little things that you hear or you read in a book, and you're like, it's raining so hard that you can see the rain hit the ground twice, and you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? And then you go outside to a field training exercise, and you're so fucking miserable, you don't know which way to look, and then you're watching the rain hit the ground so hard that it bounces off the ground, and then the spray from that rain hitting the ground again makes another rain effect, and you're like, oh, that's what the author meant about this.
Mhm.
I dedicated a good portion of my life getting out of the military to doing landscaping and tree work and all sorts of stuff like that. And I've seen, I mean, color palettes like you can't believe. I mean, nature's so full of just different interesting things, and um, I I really enjoy that kind of naturalistic look to stuff. And so I guess if I was going to pick a favorite color, it would be some form of green. Long
Gotcha.
story short.
Long story short.
Well,
Yeah, I used
speaking
to
of
be
green,
into everything black. I liked everything black, and then I kind of realized that black is like just a really dark color, and like I guess like a
Yeah.
negative color.
Mm.
So I started like whenever I buy something and there's like different color options, like I'll go for the lighter colors now. I don't buy
yeah,
anything black anymore.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I think blue and red. I think I'd go for.
there you go.
I
Fair
picked
enough.
up these grips the other day. Clear gun, but it is
Mm.
it's like a dirty olive. I can't.
Oh yeah, that's neat.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like them. They're it's a pretty color, and it kind of matches with the holster, like a ranger
Oh,
green
cool.
kind of holster.
Yeah.
It looks good. Kind of like that. But
Yeah.
I like green a lot. I think it matches the red hair.
I wanted another. I wanted another wheel gun. I don't have very many. I have maybe a half a dozen of them or so,
Mhm.
and I really wanted another wheel gun. And this is a Smith. This is an older Combat Master from like the '90s,
Yeah.
Mm.
357
Model
Magnum.
model number 69.
Yep. And they're pretty cool pistols. The lockup is pretty incredible on them, and the fact that it's all stainless means I can put it just about anywhere and it'll
Yeah.
stay good for a long time. And very reliable. So this is going to replace the other Smith and Wesson that I used to keep in my medic bag, right? So if you got a problem, we can solve it one of two ways.
Either the long way or the quick way.
Right.
Exactly.
Don't teach them a Smith and Wesson.
Well, Scrub, what other questions you got for us?
I actually do have one. So, it doesn't have to be an opera or per se, but what is like one of your favorite moments within, say, Squad Ops or playing a game or with guys in Squad Ops? Like, what can you like sticks out in your mind, that you're doing and just stuck with you?
Whoever wants to go first can, or I can go. Either way.
I don't
I don't
really
want to
play
hog
ops.
it though.
Thinking.
Doesn't have to be an op. That's what he
Oh,
just
okay.
said.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah.
I mean, just
sorry, I know
moment
you. Yeah,
moment playing with people.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, we were playing Reforged the other day. That was pretty fun. I think we had a lot of fun just rolling around in a attack helicopter. Me and Ozzy, just just rolling over dudes with a chain gun. So that stuck out to me as being
Very
pretty good day.
enjoyable.
Pretty good night.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm a fan of I think April Fool's sort of, but I think New Year's is fun. We relax the rules a little bit.
Yeah.
There's 30, 40 of us in the voice channel. People turning webcams on, just having a good night. We're all, we some people hop on at midnight EU time, which is like 5, 6 p.m. my time.
Hmm.
And they'll stay on drinking with us until it's midnight here, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna stay on until West Coast hits midnight, and so it's
Yeah.
some people are on for 12 hours just hanging out, having a good time, enjoying the weekend, and
Mhm.
yeah, I mean it's the same thing. We do it for Christmas as well because there's a lot of people that don't have not necessarily anywhere to go, but they're too far from family, so Christmas we hang out and just play a game together or whatever. I think that's really it. Just like the way we come together as a family, I think, is what
I'm
really
gonna
makes it awesome.
I'm gonna pee off that real quick. The first time I met Canine was I had literally just became a regular. So it was my first New Year's Eve experience. I got it right before Christmas, but first New Year's Eve, Canine comes on. He's one of our regulars here, and actually just made assistant manager for SOT. And but he was gone to the wind, and that man was it was an experience, and now he's one of my good friends. But man, I will never forget that for the rest of my life. So shout out to K9 for that.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that. I feel like I was there for that. Yeah. It's the same
Yeah,
thing. Like we did
drinking with the
one.
boys in voice chat is always pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
What do you got, Cooper?
I would say Armor Reforger over the last 3 months has been pretty good, or 2 months, I guess. But I, yeah, honestly, before that, for most of 2024, just getting off of work at like 2 or 3 o'clock, or maybe getting off work a little early, getting on Rainbow Six with the boys and playing for like 5 hours, like almost every day or every other day. That was super fun.
Yep.
I can agree with that.
Mm.
I've got lots of older memories and I've got lots of newer memories. I guess one of my favorite older memories is just kind of finding a place to I'm not going to say call home, but to like find another place to go to. Frost, you haven't had to deal with this yet, but when you leave that kind of camaraderie, that circle that you gain from being somewhere like military for such a long time, um, you really lose this kind of feeling of
Purpose.
like, yeah, well, even just like this sense of, I'm not going to say well-being, but almost well-being, right? Like you lose this concept, this core concept of like the friends that you had, and you keep in touch with a lot of them, but you don't keep in touch with all of them, and that can be pretty demoralizing. And for
Mhm.
me, like I needed to have something to replace that, and I'm not going to say SquadOps did entirely, but the friendships that I've made here, with guys like all of you, with guys like Happy, with guys like Ozzy, um, Bow, Dekram. Those are friendships that I'll have forever. You know what I mean? They're people that I
Same.
can hop on, play a game with, and it doesn't go away. The feeling doesn't go away either. It's just like getting together with the boys. Hanu hasn't been around for like 5 months now. We played the shit out of a game that came to uh,
It's actually
beta.
releasing this month, I think.
Yeah, we played the shit out of it, and he's been kind of MIA since then. And I'd like to get back and play with him some more, sometime in the near future. But at the same time, I know that when he is around and he is available and he does want to play, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same pickup, the same instant connection, the same instant friendship. And that's the thing that I love the most about this community, and that kind of the memory that I'm looking for here each and every time I go to do something with this community is kind of trying to recreate that feeling, which is kind of dumb to say because it's really hard to recreate that feeling. But at the same time, like we've done it 1,000 times. You know what I mean? There's a
Pretty much.
thousand
Yep.
people here who know each other enough that they're like, you know what? I'm willing to come meet up with you, put myself in a semi-vulnerable position, hang out with you as a group, and want to just spend time and engage with you, and do it in a potentially compromising way with firearms. You know what I mean? Um, and the people here are just awesome. So if I was going to put a name to anything, that would be it.
Yeah, it's kind of becomes like a third place. You know, like you got home, you got work. It used to be third place was like your public house, your bar, your tavern, whatever. I think
Yeah.
now it's kind of become, you know, getting home, sitting in the voice chat. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm at home, but like I'm interacting with people that I enjoy talking with every day. You know, I see the same people. I know their problems. I know their you know their tendencies. I understand them. You know, kind of deal. And you just
It's like
get
the bowling league almost.
yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
the bowling league that we used to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For my time, but yeah.
They still exist. I can confirm.
Bowling
Fair enough.
definitely still exists, but yeah, like I remember my parents going like every Tuesday, Thursday. You know, they were down there playing bowling.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's kind of taking over that decompression area. Where like, yeah, I'm home, but I can I can vent, I can chat, I can take my mind off
For
things.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Get home, complain about my dumb shit sister and her crazy ex-girlfriend.
And have Ozzy edit pictures of her holding a gun up next to her, girlfriend's head.
Allegedly.
Okay, when you said that she went to court the other day, I was like,
Yeah.
I had to pause and think for a minute. Like, did that actually happen?
Yo, when I got
Like, the
so
picture
if
was
anyone
legitimately real.
if anyone didn't realize last week while on the podcast I was served a summons, a subpoena. I thought it was for girly girl, but no, it was for something for work. But
Mm.
yeah, I thought that was very funny to get on the podcast and be like, hey guys, one sec,
It's
I
amazing.
got a subpoena.
Let's make sure that this isn't a funny.
Yeah.
Let's just read this on chat. Might as well, right? Might as well.
Well, it turned out it was the same day as this training course that I'm taking in North Carolina. So my boss has already taken over for me. But yeah, that was gonna be my first appearance in court. Unfortunate. I had to
May it
miss
be
my
the
flight.
last. That's the
I was
key.
gonna say that's a better first appearance than some, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the first time I would ever. Well, I've walked into a legal building a couple times before, or like concealed carry and shit like that. But I've never actually been in a courtroom. Never had jury duty. Knock on wood.
I did.
But
I had my first one last year.
yeah,
That saga.
yeah. My boss, like, he's sold guns. He's a compliance manager. He goes all the time, right? Like he knows all the sheriffs in the air in the local area, stuff like that. He knows everyone really well because he goes to court all the time. And he got served jury duty. So he's already going all the time. They're like, oh, by the way, you need to come in not for work. You need to come in for $45 a day, uh, and listen to some fucking spiel about some poor idiot. So it
Yeah,
was very funny to have him get jury duty while his job is pretty much going to court half the time.
Well, I'm paralegal, so I deal with
Mm.
the courts every day for work. So
Yeah.
I don't usually go in, but I get the court stuff all the time. So
Probably have well, do paralegals are they the ones that submit summons or subpoenas?
I'm with a nonprofit, so I
Mm.
do kind of differently from because a paralegal can do official law stuff, or they can be it's basically a supporting position
Yeah.
to helping the lawyers do what they need to do. So like I help people get their driver's license back, so I do a lot of the back work, the back
Mm.
end stuff, and get that set up. So, but I have to go to every court that they have fines in, have to look them up, make sure they're what we can pay and help pay it. And but it's very rewarding experience. I think that's another thing.
Giving back their mobility is probably
Right.
pretty helpful. So they can
Absolutely.
go to jobs, get back on their feet. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have a you don't have a car, you don't have a license.
Or
How are you supposed to go to work?
go to a doctor's appointment or take care of your
Yeah.
kid. Like it's a lot of things, and sometimes you want to shake these people because what you look at these reports like no you're not getting your life.
Yeah.
But there's others that you just feel for them. You're like, man, and they tell you the stories. You're like, geez, I'm gonna do everything I can to help
Do
you. So
they submit for the program, or do you find people?
yeah, they come to us. We obviously
Okay.
advertise and everything, but we have an
Mm.
application process, and we get 40 to 50 people, a month. Sometimes even more than that, and we're just going through as quick as we can to get help these people and get their license back. So
Oh, good.
yep. So that's my job, which was so slow today. I can't emphasize that enough.
You courts don't really seem to be very popping on Fridays for some reason. It's weird.
It's not just
People
that.
check their
It's just
schedule.
It's not just
uh,
it's not just the court system. It's anything to deal with any legislative body
yeah.
like the court system.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the world of the FAA.
Oh,
How
here we go.
terribly slow that has been. That has been a nightmare to deal with. But
Yeah.
here we are. Or who we're
Yeah.
not is a better phrase there. But
Mm.
anyway. What's your favorite thing to do outside of SquadOps, Screv? What do you really enjoy doing that isn't here?
All right.
I
So
know you
is it
do a
time
few
to go?
things. So.
Is it time to go into how nerdy I am? And
Yep.
It's time,
yep.
baby.
All
This is
right.
it.
All right. So I
A
actually get
nerd
on. I
in
get on. Yep.
SquadOps.
I know. Crazy. Crazy. So two things I do. That I think is well. I'll say three. Um, One is reading about military history. I'm an avid military history fan. World War II, the Civil War. I've shown numerous pictures of the 5 bookcases of books that I have, not including the thousands of books I have online that I purchased. And so that's, reading, studying battlefields and how things happen is by far one of my favorite things to do. And I've done that since my grandfather told me stories about World War II and my great uncle as well, back when I was a little screv a long time ago. So that's one of them. But what I also do is I do forum games where on a message board that you take control of a character or a country and you try to win. You try to run it through the situations that's going on. I'm actually again going complete nerd and doing a Star Wars game that I'm prepping to run myself about the Clone Wars, where you play characters in the Clone Wars. So like
Mm.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, all of that stuff. So that's studying about the navies and the ground troops, writing out rules and stuff. So that's again, but I love it. It is getting source books, reading about stuff that people have wrote and that contribute to this. And there's so many people that have there's a lot of hot takes out there, but there's so many people that you can talk to that you can share the same knowledge and are willing to discuss things and debate things, and it's really fun and play out these games and see what people do that they think the characters would do and stuff like that. And lastly, I'm in a work, as I was alluded to earlier, I'm in a war game group that's called Kriegspiel, which is based on an old Roman game where you write out orders and it's interpreting how those orders go. And it's, as I said, it's a war game. You use blocks, little block. We do it on Tabletop Simulator, and you play out battles like you would a tactical exercise and stuff like that, and it's really fun. We're putting, as I said, we're putting one on a KZ battlefield in DC in a couple weeks. So, well, in Frederick and in Maryland, but yeah. So that's kind of the major things that I would say, and then watching TV and movies is also a favorite pastime. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and one more last thing is my cats. I am an avid pet lover, and they will always have a place in my heart. So
He has 12 of them.
minus 10, but yes, we'll go with 12.
I was gonna say, no.
Yeah, no, I have two, Annabelle and Piper, but yes, they're running around my feet right now. So God, if I had 12 cats, I don't know. No, I couldn't. I could, especially in my apartment. No way. There's just no.
Hey, I'm sure someone in your apartment has 12 cats. Don't put yourself down.
You're probably not wrong. In this comp, I wouldn't doubt.
There's always one. You can
Yep,
smell it from the hall.
yep. See, I don't have to deal with that. I have a nice little patch of woods outside, and it's perfect. It keeps most of the people away, and
Hmm.
I can go out and sit out on the outside. I've been getting outside more, especially after all this health stuff. I've been really trying to take walks and going outside and experiencing life, and that's another reason why I'm going on this trip, going down to Texas again. Just getting out and doing the things I've always said, hey, I'm gonna do this, and I never do. And now I'm just, that experience was life changing, and I want to experience life the way I should. So
You made a pretty massive change in the last 6 months. I know you said you're down, what, 100 pounds? Something like that?
110. Yep.
It's amazing, man.
Damn.
You're so much more
Yeah.
so much more mobile now. I almost want to go back to do paintball just to get you to pick up a paintball gun and go with us instead of following along with your cane.
Or Gettysburg again.
Oh yeah,
I want to do Gettysburg again, where we're not there during max tourist season. That'd be pretty nice.
I agree.
I'm going there again in 2 weeks.
What?
Oh, word? Yeah, don't let the boys know. God forbid.
What are we looking like for you losing the cane? What's the likelihood of that?
Right now it's as I literally fell on Wednesday and hurt my ankle. Um, I was going to exercise, the cat's got in the way, and I tripped, and down I went. But I'm going to physical therapy, which is going super well. My mobility, my stamina, my ability to walk is just increased so much. I've doubled the amount of time I can be on the treadmill. I have a treadmill in my room, and double the amount of time I'm doing that, increase the speed by double over the past couple months, and just so it's a possibility. My PT trainer said, we could do it if we just work at it. So it is a possibility, which is insane. I thought I was going the opposite way, where I would have to be in a wheelchair before I got off. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
amazing,
I
man.
remember you at Gettysburg was pretty rough. I think we had to get you a golf cart at one point to
Yeah, that was
going from that to almost being off the cane again is insane, dude. Really, really, really
Yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was rough.
I'd love
Yeah,
to see that
definitely
happen
rough.
for you, man.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
want to do a Gettysburg round too. I think that'd be nice.
Absolutely.
Not
Absolutely.
during obviously the biggest
Yeah.
reenactment. So
Right.
there's a lot of obviously this is 250 for the Revolutionary War, so that might be a pretty good one too. But again, that would be max tour season, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like Bunker Hill 250 or
that'd be cool.
one of the ones that are a little bit further down here 250 would be pretty neat.
Brandywine or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a World War One reenactment I went to a couple weeks back, and it was a light. They had a light event turnout. It's like 400 fucking people. Light event turnout. Yeah,
That's
exactly. That was a light turnout. 400 people was light turnout. They said in November it was because it was 250 for Concord in Lexington. So there was like a bunch of dudes going to that. They're like, well, we can't do both. It's the next weekend. We can't have 2 weekends off, right? So they were like, "Yeah, this is a light turnout. We only have 400 people showing up for the one in November. They're expecting 1,000 people
There you go. Well,
to a battlefield in the middle of Pennsylvania, World War I battlefield. How
Mm.
cool is that? Yeah, so I'm
That's
excited
pretty
about
cool.
that. It should be fun, but it's not open to the public. I wish it was. It'd be pretty entertaining just to watch, but
You get
it
even
is
more people in the public. Yeah.
it would be hella dangerous because they're literally like so we have mortars going off all the time, right? Just firing off in the distance. They're firing like like the little Gatorade bottles, like the little tiny ones. Fill those with talcum powder or like baby powder or whatever. Launch those like 150 feet in the air and drop them on top of people. Yeah, that's a mortar round. If you don't have your helmet on, you could get seriously fucking hurt. And they had one.
Jeez.
They called it the bombard. It was full of uh it wasn't gallon jugs. It was like Powerade, like the big Powerade bottles, like the big ones. That was firing those up and into the enemy trench. So yeah, it's definitely not safe. Then you have rusty fucking barbed wire and sketchy fucking trenches everywhere. So, but yeah, it was a ton of fun. But yeah, 1,000 people showing up to that, all in correct kit, is certainly interesting.
Yeah. Well, I remember we saw an event at Gettysburg and just hearing the cannons going off, watching the muskets fire and all the
Yeah.
smoke that blew. Yeah, that was really cool. So
Yeah, that was
I got
neat.
a lot of good videos of that. That was pretty impressive seeing that. It's a different feeling. Like I've seen howitzers fired, I've seen mortars fired, but like realizing that they're within what I would consider chip shot range for a rifle, and they're using cannons loaded with rocks and bolts and ball bearings and whatever else they could stuff down the end of those things. It's just, I don't know, it's something else.
Yeah. Or just a 12-pound chunk of lead
Right,
flying at you
right,
and
yeah,
bouncing at
right.
knee height length through you and like the 6 guys behind you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make sure they side through the grass of your row. Yeah,
Yeah.
or I guess file and
That's,
column is what it is. Yeah.
yeah. It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty shit. But
Yeah.
yeah. I did enjoy Gettysburg, but I do want to go back when it's not
Not
so
prime
fucking
season.
crowded. Yeah.
When it's not the
When I was
160th anniversary.
yeah, when I was coming back from the event, the World War I event, we were thinking about going back to Gettysburg, but we were so goddamn tired at the end of the day. We're like, let's go home. It was rough. It was I think we were there from Thursday to Sunday. So a good 4-day event. It was
Well,
yeah.
we'll see about doing something next year. I mean, we
Yeah.
can go in the off time and for sure Gettysburg too.
Gettysburg too.
The electric boogaloo.
We're going. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Well, Screv, one more question from you. What do you got?
Oh man, now I gotta think again. Just
What do you want to know? Social security number? Bank details?
I mean, I can get that already. I already told.
No,
Hey,
you're right.
Ozzy just got here. Maybe we should have him
Hello, Ozzy.
put him on the spot.
No, don't turn the attention away from the transition from Ohio to the
I need more
Australian.
time to think.
No, damn it, no more time. Time is now.
All right. Oh man. Favorite video game, like just of all the game, because all of us have played so many games. We've across the years. What is your favorite video game? What do you like to play, or I guess type or genre? I guess get out into that. But favorite video game.
Okay.
Fine.
Recent or of all time?
Dealer's choice. Recent, if you want to go recent or if you're of all time, go for it.
Recent, and this is going to be nerdy as hell. I really enjoyed the graphics of the new Harry Potter video game. I think as far as beauty being done in a video game, that one takes the cake for this last year. a lot of the other games come close, but that one just I don't know. I don't know if it's from watching it or from watching the movies when I was a kid to reading all the books and things like that. It was just something different. It hit different for me.
Gotcha.
I would also say of all time, it's got to be the Age of Empires series for sure.
Mm.
Those are never hit and miss. They're always great games. They always are interesting in a way that's unique and dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just good, solid games.
Classic LAN party duel game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I had, well, game that got me sucked in the most was Witcher 3. I played Witcher
good
3
game.
completely
Yeah.
blind. I had no fucking idea what it was about. Went in completely blind, and that game changed me as a human being. Not for good or bad. Just middling really. But it did change me as a human being. And like I went from that to like reading all the books, trying to go back and play Witcher 2, which I don't recommend because that game is from a different era.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Witcher 3 definitely game that immersed me the deepest. I probably played that game for like 48 hours straight first time. The game that probably influenced me the most, Modern Warfare 2. 100%. 8th grade, coming home, Modern Warfare 2, yelling slurs at people online. I mean, it changed everyone. It was a watershed moment for sure. So I gotta say, Modern Warfare 2 is definitely the game that's like, this is the one's like, yeah, this is gonna be me for the rest of my life.
I keep forgetting how young half the
Right.
Discord
Yeah.
call is.
Yeah.
Half the Discord call, half.
Yeah,
That's
it's
me.
you. No, it's you, Ozzy, and Culper. All of you guys are
Yeah.
the same age.
Yeah.
Well, Ozzy and Culper are not talking right now. I'm the one on the screen, and I'm
I
the
know.
one here on the screen, less than 30 years old. I'm almost 30.
I'm here.
Dude, I'm about to throw up. I like
Screv makes
thought
me
of turning
feel
30.
younger every day, which is good. It's the real reason why I've kept you around.
The thought of turning
Yeah.
30 makes me want to throw up. By the way, I just want to point that out.
That's
I'm 2 years away.
That's this year for me. I'll be in the
Yeah.
hog hunt and I'll be 30. Yeah, so it's kind of rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was with the amount of world events we've had, I was really banking on the whole
Not making it to 30.
Into the world.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I was I'm getting more and more, and people are like, "Oh, are you happy?" I was like, "I thought I'd be fucking dead."
Yeah, I'll be honest. I told a guy today, it's like I already picked out the gun that I want to, delete myself with. If I buy a Colt Python, I'm not doing well.
I chose a young man's a young man's profession and everything. And I was like,
Yeah.
sweet, this will roll into the definite,
Yeah.
whoops.
Not making it past 30. Yeah,
And
perfect.
it,
What's that phrase? Every Caucasian male by the time they're 30 has a dream to die or at least go on a crusade in
oh
Europe.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Yeah,
Girls
so
are like, oh, I
6
can't
inch,
wait to be married by 30, and it's like, I could fucking die in a field by 30. Hold me alone.
I wanna bleed out slowly in a field in a mud puddle in Europe, please.
I
Yeah,
could
if
I could orbital drop from space as an ODST and hold
Yeah.
back the Covenant invasion for 30
Yeah.
seconds to let the fucking civilians get out. I could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if I ever
No,
show off
no.
a 6-inch blued python, call me. Let me know just that you care.
I mean, we can do it right now.
Colt python. I'm not going for the
fair.
69
be-
combat
You're,
master.
you're not going for the combat master. Okay,
No,
you're higher
I'm
class
springing.
than that.
Oh,
My
yeah, yeah.
apologies.
And I'm double actioning.
That'd be
that,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great at the hog hunt. Everyone pulls out their guns and just like they're on the table and fire just slides over like the Colt Python.
The Colt python.
Gentlemen, it is time.
I'm gonna
It's
go
been
for
an
a
honor.
walk. I'm gonna go for a walk. Okay,
Like,
so
you gonna go hunt something?
Carson wants to know who your favorite Carson is. Skrevski.
I mean, he knows. It's got to be Mr. Carson who's asking the question. I
Tarzan
mean,
Fury, got it. That's perfect.
yep, exactly. There you go.
Mm.
Tell him to send you a nice Patagonia vest. I think you could do it. I think you pull it off.
I think he could swing a nice Patagonia vest as
Yeah.
well. I'm sure he
Yeah.
like is just rolling in those from the sweet
Yeah,
stockbroker do
yeah.
or whatever it is that he does.
Whatever.
Stocks going down
Finance.
this week, Tarzan. You're supposed
just
to be
know-
the guy that knows. Let me know when my stocks are down.
Yeah.
Between you and saying, you guys can figure it out. I'm sure.
Carson, tell me when I should buy. Should I buy? What should I buy? This is not financial advice, anyone, but should I buy?
All right, well, we're gonna move into the crypto space. I feel like,
Yeah.
are we popular enough to start a meme coin and then do a rug pull? Are we at that level yet? No, we haven't
You don't
had
need to be
Raid Shadow yet.
popular. You just gotta pay the right people to.
We've
pump
got
it.
to open up the OnlyFans that we've been building the repository for. When that happens,
Yeah.
then we can do the rug pull.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna need to upgrade our Google Drive. I'll tell you that.
You gotta upgrade the space in that thing. We only have 13 gigs.
Right?
Well,
Yeah.
one of us needs to become a VTuber. I call dibs, and then we can start just like paying
If we're here,
artists.
I could be a
Yeah.
VTuber.
this
Sign
all
me
gets
up.
put on
I think-
YouTube as well.
Yeah,
No,
I'd
VTube. We
love
need to be
a
anime
VTuber.
girls.
I don't know. I'm just sitting out here with my chest
Oh,
hair
you're
out,
so
you know,
funny.
just trying to draw in Tarzan.
I knew tariffs were hitting when I saw a post from like weebs in Japan trying to buy like merch for their VTuber, and duties were like 108%. I'm like, oh my god, these guys understand now. They understand what's wrong. Like $105 for like some fucking anime figurine, and they're paying $346 to have it shipped to the US. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's
right.
crazy.
It could just be me like bald, and then some of the accessories you can get are other wigs, and that's it. Like canoes. and
What
shit.
I'll do is I'll just
Yeah.
trim my beard, and then we'll put the hair into a wig, and that can be your hair. That's what we'll do.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll
that's
be grown
it,
back
yeah.
in 3 months anyway. So unlike
Yeah.
the hair on your head,
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
that's never coming back.
what do you look like? Never mind. No,
Yeah, like the English Empire, that hair and yeah, it's good. I'm glad that I got back on after voting to come get shit on
belittled.
for having that hair. That's rules. Yeah.
Who'd you vote for? We can shit on that.
Fucking no one you know. It was great.
How do you know? How do you know? I don't know.
Tell me I can't
'cause
follow
asked them.
local
Australian
I said-
politics.
Yeah.
What are
Wait a
the
minute.
what are the two parties? What are the two major parties?
So you have in Australia, I
He's
believe
Googling.
it's
Look at
Labour.
You
Yeah.
just light mode,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
He fucking
Exactly. And the real
Yeah.
question is will Peter Dutton hold on to his seat? That's the real
Yeah.
question.
That's the
Yeah,
real question.
that is the whole. Yeah, you want to talk about motherfuckers who
Use-
are bald and need some hair? Peter Dutton. Peter Dutton looks like one of the I don't know if
Let's
anyone's
see.
seen the movie Spy Kids, but he looks like one of the thumb creatures.
Yeah, if you're gonna be googling shit, Cat, make sure you're on dark mode.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He does look like a thumb creature.
All right, that's it. I'm
Jamie,
pulling it up.
Jamie, is there any?
Jamie,
yeah, can we
Jamie,
pull
pull
up?
pull up a picture of
Pull up
Peter
the
Dutton.
thumb creature, and then pull up a picture of Peter
I
Dutton.
like how on the
He looks-
Wikipedia page. I like how we're never going to be sponsored by Peter Dutton. We're fine. The Liberal National Coalition Party in Australia is never going to sponsor us. We're fine.
All right, well,
the really
hold off on 'em.
don't stop it. The really interesting thing is they're like the Green Party has 4 seats. They're really optimistic. They need 72 seats to become the the majority. And then the last 2, it's like there's 2 seats each. One is Catter's Australian, and it's Robbie Catter. That sounds like a guy that I would like to have a beer with.
Yeah.
They just have NA for seats needed. There's just not enough people to, even though they put the Green Party with 4 seats, Robbie Catter or the Catter's Australian Party will never have enough seats needed to be the majority. That's neat.
crazy.
It's neat.
Yeah. But can they provide for everyday Australians now suffering?
Why do you
under
have the
tariffs?
neo-Nazi Party of Australia? That's an interesting one.
Ozzy, who'd you vote for?
Yeah, who?
I
who was it?
fucking I voted for the current government in charge. Say that, which
So
is
that's
Labour.
Anthony Albanese. Albanese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
He's
we
a good
we don't
Italian
really
boy.
vote. Yeah. Wog's got to stick together, bro.
Careful, TOS.
Well, I mean, that's not a well in Australia. That's like
You can
calling
say
somebody
it.
a cunt.
You can
You know,
say it. It's
I
fine.
can.
Yeah.
I got the heritage, but I don't get the hair, which I'm actually really upset. My grandpa, my nornal, he had fucking hair, like thick hair, until he died a grizzly old man, still bitter about a fucking $33 phone bill because he called international one time and it was an extra $2. That motherfucker had hair all the way up until the end. I got to 24 and they were like, "You should call it, bro. Like this is COH."
No. It's like, hey. You walk in, they got a pair of clippers sitting there, like, buddy, we need to talk.
the interesting thing is that
so
you know this human thumb had more hair than you did in 2006. That's wild.
yeah, but you know, he looks like a thumb. And he doesn't have a cool maroon beret. I do, so you know I got that going for me.
You sure do, buddy.
I got a mustache. That's cool.
I mean, is it?
It was,
That's okay.
yep. It's not. It's my identity now, so that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's become one with the muscle.
You need to be like Frosting, get a
Yeah.
shave chat, so you don't have to shave. You can just grow your beard
Yeah,
out.
buddy.
Oh God! Or you could just exit the military and do just start growing a beard. I trimmed 6 inches off of this fucking thing.
It looks
6
tight.
inches. Yeah,
Looks,
I
it looks,
trimmed it up
yeah.
nice. I did.
I think
The mustache is still super long. I got that going for
Mm.
me, but I
You
trimmed
should
it
shave
down.
everything but the mustache, and then you just be walking in the place like,
True. Yeah.
yeah,
God.
feng shui here.
I think
Very bad.
I was this close to cutting it off. I had a pretty important meeting in Atlanta this
Yeah.
past week, and I was like, I think I need to look a little more professional.
Oh, you think
Maybe I cut it all off, and then I was
you were
like, nah.
Cat? You know,
Yep.
you didn't go to the NRA convention?
No. Why would I go to there?
I don't know.
I think
No.
I think you look
Hang out.
happier with a mustache because I'm pretty sure with a full beard. I mean, because your Instagram photos like you and your kids or whatever, and you're just like clean shaven and you look fucking depressed. It is like
I can look at my
it is
Instagram photo.
you.
I know what that one
It's
is.
just that's it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pulling that up.
Yeah.
Looks like a
Oh,
different
no, so
person.
that was post
Yeah.
deployment. That was post a pretty fucked up deployment. That's why I looked depressed there. I was
Right.
about
Okay. Well.
85 pounds lighter, So I'm
You
just
definitely-
fucking happy
Yeah.
now.
Well, not only are you 85 pounds lighter, for some reason, like you just look like you went through the ringer, which I guess is the post-deployment look. But yeah, you look like you
This
fought like
tracks
a
now, yeah.
vampire or something who like sucked the life out of you.
Yeah,
You look like you were the one who ODST'd in and you survived.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like one of the band of brother guys that got out of the plane first and no one else did.
If you thought that look was bad, when I got back from combat diver training, I looked like a victim from Skrevski's heritage in World War II. Straight up rib showing, the whole 9 yards. It was not good. I lost 30 pounds I didn't have to lose during that whole training cycle. That was
They just not
not a
feed
good
you?
time. You're just
How do you-
exercising all the time. You're
Jeez.
burning 10,000 calories a day and you're eating 5,000. And you're just fucking miserable.
Could you smell your muscles breaking down?
Probably when it gets real keto
Mm-hmm.
scented. Yeah.
There he is. Look at that.
Are you sitting
bright,
on a
beautiful
high
head.
chair right now? Is that?
He's on. Hey, he's at the booster seat.
No, my fucking thing's just like there we go. Just drifted.
What's it like being a manlet with no hair?
Can I lower my
Oh no, just like that. This is good. Stay just like that. The mustache, the hair, the eyebrows.
Oh my
on
god.
fleek. It's good. And look, you're reaching out to Fire for a hug right now on my screen. You're right next to Fire.
Come here, buddy. I got you.
Well, I also got mad chest hair. That's about it.
Oh, back hair? How's the back
He's
hair?
bullying me.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
I have a little patch of back hair, like right there, just there. It's like a bit of patch hair as well, and everyone
Yeah.
fucking makes the same joke every time. It's like, is that so the guys can pull on it? Like, yeah, you got me every time. It's hilarious.
Well, I'll say it so the girls can pull on it while they're pegging you.
It's because I got no hair on the head. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm bald. That's crazy. I didn't know. That's wild. That snuck up on me, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine.
Excellent.
They can
Yeah. Anyway,
can grab
how's
the-
Skrevski doing? Because I'm in here, so I missed everything.
He's
it's,
doing
Fire over here
fuck,
just
stop picking on Aussie.
flags the shit out of his sister that's in the next room by twirling his gun around for the last 20 minutes.
Hey, I'm home alone, dude.
I've been watching you
No
over
one
there.
here-
Scarp. It's been okay.
No one here but me, baby.
God. Doc doesn't
Yeah.
fuck a
No,
lot.
he's keen.
No cold python here. All clear. No cold python. We're good. Sorry, yeah, I picked it up today, so I'm just finger fucking it. Oh, Ozzy missed it. He doesn't understand the cold python.
It's
I'll tell him
okay.
later.
It's good.
He's also
I
going
was-
robotic.
You're going robotic.
Somehow we had better clarity when you were on the cell phone with him.
Well, that was just calling
Nuh-uh.
over the satellite,
Oh, okay. We're sending it via satellite now.
internet or something. I don't know. Look, man, I don't know how it works. When
That's
everything
how-
breaks down, I'm gonna be a babe in the
Yeah.
woods with a colt python. All right.
I do look forward to the breakdown of society where everybody realizes that their skills aren't like worthy, and there's only going to be a few
Mhm.
people who actually like
Yeah.
survive. Like I'm going to be so quick into like the eating people phase. It'll be like week 2, and I'm like,
Week 2.
saying,
Day
it's a great
2.
opportunity. It's like we still have like. Yeah.
I've already,
Yeah.
we broke this down during the first
Power's still
hunt.
on. Plumbing's still good to go.
No, you're going too far.
Like,
You've gone too far. We broke this down during the first hog hunt. Hanu and I, day 2. I already have pre-made up FEMA windbreakers and door magnets for a truck. We're driving up. Hanu is going to walk up with his, his official looking, uniform on with the FEMA brand clipboard. And he's just going to get a tap on his left shoulder. He'll move to the left, and then the house will be clear. And then we'll just go in and get what we need, and then we'll leave. Day 2. Day fucking 2. It's not
actual.
wait a week or two, make sure this is a real thing. No, day 2.
This is unironically Obama FEMA death squad's coming to clear you out.
Well, I just love the idea. Like the chain of command hasn't fallen over yet. There's still power going, and I'm like,
Oh,
you should
yeah,
probably
yeah.
eat the lieutenant. Like, no.
Well, look, we need to ration all the good food. Let's eat people now. I got the smoker.
Yeah.
We still have
let's
charcoal. We
eat
still
the.
have wood chips. No.
See, I'm
Yeah.
just
Anybody
screwed.
who's on like a medical shit, like, I have no running. I'm like, well, you're getting to eat. Like what? I can still hold
That's-
close. Nah,
that's
sorry.
that's me,
You miss
Ozzy.
PT?
I'm out. I'm just out. I'm just out.
I have the shotgun cane made up just for that express emergency. Yeah, I just can't. You can't own it where you're at. That's the problem.
Right,
Is
right.
that-
Own it.
Ohio,
Can't-
we'll hook you up with a shotgun cane. Shotgun cane.
Can't own it
Excellent. Here
legally.
we
Is
go.
what you're saying.
That's true. I wonder what TSA would say
Well,
about
in the
that.
apocalypse.
Do you think
Probably something,
did
yeah.
they make you put your cane through the thing? Not that I'm advocating in any way, shape, or form bringing a firearm onto a aircraft. That is
No.
not what I'm saying here.
That-
Hypothetically, if you were to have to go through a similar security protocol, let's change the
That's-
subject.
That's what we call in the firearm business a felony.
Well, it's only a felony if you get caught.
I
And
swear,
if
I
you don't,
swear
it's
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 just a K.
We had a
K.
what do you call it today? So I don't know if I should talk about this.
fuck it. Why not?
ATF. So we had a gun that we bought from a guy in his state. Right, he'd passed away, so his family was selling it. It was an FAL build. He had taken a STG-58 Austrian FAL parts kit, put it in a Brazilian receiver, and he built it. I assuming maybe himself or he paid someone to do it. But they didn't weld the selector so that it couldn't go to full auto. So it went to full auto. Turns out, if you hit it just right, it will actually go full auto. So we gave it to the ATF. ATF technician branch went over it for like 6 months and said, "No, we can't get it to replicate. It might replicate." No, it does not replicate well. It does it completely by accident sometimes. It has to. It's literally like a perfect storm.
That's what we call a oopsie whoopsie fucky wucky. I don't know if you've ever had that happen before with another gun, but I had that happen with an MPX where
ATF cleared it.
the pins on the Gen 1 MPXs, the trigger pins, if they walk out to where the pin is no longer on both sides and it's inside the internal frame, it'll just go. And it's not a runaway; it's controllable, which is kind of fucking crazy.
When you fire, if you're on the selector,
like body camera.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Like somebody.
So it moves the selector to full auto. There's no like disconnector to hold the hammer back until it like gets in a battery and then drops it. So it is like kind of hammer follows every time, which is technically not full auto. But I think if you had like some soft primers and perfectly gassed, which FALs will never be perfectly gassed, you might get it to run full auto maybe once by accident, really. But it happened to our guy when he was test firing. So
they're not hard to. Never mind. No. Again, another subject not to delve into.
Yeah.
Also, love the idea of like the ATF. Like, nah, I can't. I Today's video is a great. The guy's like, I'm telling you, like, I don't think you're lying. Just just don't replicate it. Here you go. Here's the weapon back. Okay. Don't get angry though.
And past FFL holder, they're not. HKs are the simplest platform to turn into a post dealer sample. It literally takes no effort, which is the crazy part.
Yeah,
I don't know how those things are fucking
couldn't
sold.
replicate it. So they, like I said, they held it for 6 months. So they could not replicate it. It just happened one time, completely by random. But
that's true. The easiest one definitely is the P90, the Gen 1 P90s.
Oh yeah,
it's a rubber band trick. It's crazy.
Speaking shit of the ATF, I did like when there was that random video where they're like talking about weapons and he's like trying to take apart the Glock and he's just like,
yeah,
like 30 seconds, and every gun owner's just like, pathetic. It's that meme of like Skinner just looking down. Pathetic.
Oh,
loved it.
You thought yours was quick?
Yeah.
It's all right. He's not the suicidal one, so we're covered.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That'd be that will send off our last episode of the podcast, by the
way. The final one question mark? It's just no. It's just a silly goofy mood clip. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one the other day I saw where some guy ATF came to visit him about a firearm and he called the police on him. He said, "There's a guy here asking about my firearm, trying to
I watched that. Yeah, that was a good clip.
There's a guy trying to get in my house and grab my firearms, and I'm like, he called the police, and the police showed up and were like, get on the ground. The guy's like, I'm a federal agent.
Pays the shit out of the guy. Yeah. That was good. That was good.
Well, that's a great move.
They don't have the authority to go in your house without a warrant. So
There's also that good one of the dude. It's like, oh yeah, there's a guy outside of, or like in like the house that I'm going to, whatever. It's like, oh, he's been stalking me online and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, do you know him? It's like, yeah, it's Chris Hansen. Can you come and arrest him?
Yeah, that's one of these moments.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll hold up in court.
Shout out Chris Hansen.
Certainly will.
Shout out the goat.
Yeah, he not a great human being, Chris Hansen, but great show, fantastic show.
What's wrong with Chris Hansen as a human being? Out of curiosity.
He's a bit of a prima donna. He got fired from NBC around that time for stooping one of the secretaries at the time.
I mean, who doesn't? It's NBC.
Well, it was his wife took exception to
Umbrage
it.
to that fact. Okay, that's fair.
And then he tried to like scam people out of money to build like another To Catch a Predator show. So, yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine like the court case of like being done for like, you know, adultery, and it's like, look, Your Honor, I should get a pass. My ratio is pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You don't understand.
I'm
I'm rich.
pretty high, yeah. Well, that's just everybody though.
Yeah.
I do like as well how then like they just like people are just like, we can do this as well, and like the police are like, please don't, like you can't just go out and like beat up predators, like please give us the information, and like that's one option. It's like, okay, please God.
There's good predator baiters, and then there's like just the ones that are just trying to chase clout.
And then there's master predator baiters.
There's master predator baiters. The ones that do
Yeah, I'm
it
pretty sure
just
it's also
and like
for the
they're
clout.
like their target is like the weird, like obviously, you know, not terribly socially adept people. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he just wanted someone
was-
to talk to. He didn't care they were 14. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there was one where there was like a dude who got caught a couple of times, and like the same baiters kept getting him.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, hey," he's like, "Oh no, not again!" It's like,
Oh
no! like.
Oh, I'm
Why are you-
reading a
Like,
news
how
article
long-
about something like that where the guy's like, he finally called the cops because he had been beaten up like 3 times for trying to meet underage children. You're like, maybe you should have done it twice and then killed him. I don't know. I'm not advocating for murder, but
Yeah. No,
there's
we do not.
You can-
specific
yeah.
people can
On
spend
the
their time.
SquadOps podcast, we think murder kind of cringe. Unless you do it for good reason, you get paid for it.
But you know, kind of cringe. Like
Kinda cringe.
eating the lieutenant 2 days in the apocalypse. Don't do it.
Right. Yep. Take your own advice.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Don't recommend it.
Society says no.
Unless you get paid to do it.
He says no.
No.
Really?
Nar.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would save me in the apocalypse if I was in America. Is my accent? I'd be like, no, don't kill me, and they're like, ha ha. And then like in that little thing, I just like quickly shank them under the armpit, and they bleed out. They're just like, what the fuck?
Then skimper away, like, I'm into the
Yeah,
woods.
a little. Yeah, just jump through.
All you have to say,
jump
all you
through
have
a
to say
fucking
is,
window.
all you have to say is, I'm Steve Irwin's cousin, and they'll be like, oh, okay,
Oh,
all right, you can.
solid.
Apologies. Would you like to eat us
After-
instead?
Hey,
Well, after
really,
after traveling around America, like it's pretty funny. I think they just don't get sarcasm. So it's like if I bump into like, oh, that scene from Civil War, it's like, what kind of American are you? I'm just like, oh, I'm from Boston, and he's gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah.
If he's not from Boston, I reckon I could swing it. They'd be like, no, please, baseball, Mark Wahlberg, 5 guys. I could swing it. I reckon I get away with it.
yeah, you can make it.
Maybe for a little
I'm
bit.
gonna make it.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope
Yeah.
the world doesn't end in December with the hog hunt, because that would be pretty awesome.
Indeed.
Well, yeah.
Well, that'd be the best place for it to end.
I was gonna
Honestly,
say,
yeah,
Everyone's got
Other
guns.
than being far from home and my family, yeah, it probably would be the best place.
What family do you care about?
Hey,
Your
hey,
sister?
hey, hey!
I-
She's
Uh,
no, we can run my mom.
Ozzy,
I
where's
would,
the-
we
where's
don't
the-
need.
Where's the image? We need to send it to Culver. Put it on screen.
He tried to look for it the other
That's-
day and he couldn't find it.
You don't have it saved on
Yeah,
your
I can
PC?
find it.
He just
I'll
messaged me
I'll
and
find
Discord
it.
it.
I'll find it.
I was like, I got this. Don't worry. No,
Also,
if,
PID guys, PID. Come on.
no, if it
I'll put a
Hogline-
black bar over the eyes.
Oh,
if it
perfect.
ended in a hog,
He's
if it ended in
fixing
a hog hunt,
away. What do you?
Let the man
PID.
speak.
yeah, no. If it ended in a hog hunt, I think I'd be the most protected. The amount of firearms that could be showing up.
Also, not in the middle of a city would probably be very helpful
That
as
too.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
us don't get that
Uh,
choice, you know? We gotta live
uh-huh.
where we gotta live. But
This is true. I do like the idea as well, like just all these people with like, it's like, oh please, I'm a doctor. It's like, oh sweet, I have a degree in sociology. Yeah, trust me, we've already figured out society. It's fallen, so you failed.
Yeah.
Your degree is now
No,
worthless.
no, it's not that. It's what are you a doctor of? And they're like, Native American Studies.
mm,
I'd be like,
It's
I'd be like,
it's
all right,
Actually,
did
friend.
you?
that might
You're not
actually
a
be
doctor.
useful. Okay.
Yeah,
We could I don't know, use some spiritualist religion in order to, unite a tribe of people or whatever. I don't know.
they should know about the survival skills of Native Americans, right? So there's kind of
Right.
that aspect.
No. It's the only thing they study is the history of the tribes. It's literally nothing else. It's like, when is this going to be? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
throwing some predications out there that I'm not 100% sure about, but it
Yeah.
sounds good at
Well,
the moment.
It's like being a historian of the Civil War. I know everything about the Civil War. Well, what's that do for me right now?
Hmm.
I mean, you might know where a fort is. That could be useful. In the apocalypse. I mean, sure, because Google's down, so
All
it'll,
right,
it
I
will
want you.
suck.
Yeah.
You know,
I
there's
want. I want the three of you to bring this fucking enthusiasm tomorrow to D&D. That's what I want.
It's gonna be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how our plan goes because
I don't even know what the plan
This
is.
will be-
You guys haven't told me what the plan is. You're supposed to write it up.
It's-
But it never got
it's
written
in
up.
the I thought it's in the chat. I thought
see it in
Happy
there.
put it in the chat there.
Well, I'm gonna come in blind because fucking I was supposed to be there last week, but I mean
You
last
come
time,
in blind all the
it's
time.
Easter. Yeah, true. I actually have I was actually a bit late because I did stop by the bottle to pick up some booze. So that's I voted, so I deserved a reward, right? So
Fair.
a
Yeah.
little reward.
That's right.
The fuck.
I did my civic duty. Time to get blitzed.
I love democracy. I
Yeah,
also
it's
love
in,
being kind.
The podcast, but my cat knocked over my drink.
Hmm.
Oh.
Morgan, it's an in-game convo. Happy put it there. So there it is.
Did you find the flip, Ozzy?
I'm still scrolling up to find that picture. I thought there was a way to be like all media published, but it's just me scrolling through like all the stuff that Fire and I have sent us over the years.
And it was
there is
it
a
was
way to
like
do
a
media.
solid.
You just have to you go up in the do it from your phone. It's easier. And then you can go in the search bar and it should pull up like links and media.
Okay. Yeah, because I still have like years to go. I just found the one from 2024 last year.
Yeah, this was a while back.
Yeah, this was when I was at like a different base and everything. It was actually during COVID as well.
I forgot they've been dating that long. That's so I'm saying. They're apart now. Hopefully for sure.
Well, again,
For good.
I mean, the restraining order might help
Again,
with that.
no, they got back
that's
together
what we thought
after the
last time.
restraining order. Okay,
Oh my god.
after the court case,
No.
while they were in court for something that she did, they were dating at the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were dating again, and then
Your sister makes really good life decisions. I want you to know that.
100%. This is the same woman who can't turn a light switch off.
Or lock the
lock
front
a door when she
Or
leaves.
lock a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
Imagine-
think you should have let us black bag her when we came over there. You had Frost
Honestly,
and myself over there all at one time.
honestly, if the driveway had not been so slippery, and I think it would have been a falling hazard for one of us as she struggled out
Oh
of the door,
man.
probably
Yeah.
would have been the call. but we'll get her next time.
I found it. I'm sending it to.
I'm still jonesing for some of those fucking
Say that again. You're jonesing.
He's peeking, bro.
pickles.
Pickles.
No.
Oh yeah, I can send you some
To
pickles.
be honest with you,
They're good pickles. I don't like pickles
are good.
at
those are
all.
pretty fantastic.
They're pretty good pickles.
There we go. I sent the photo. It's perfect.
The pickles.
Please black that out, Culper, and then I will let you post that. Like no, actually, you probably can.
Yeah,
well,
no. I'm gonna go with no on that one.
No, yeah, I think that's actually probably a negative, but it is.
well, it's yeah.
Can you
for the
describe what is
audience,
happening?
for the audience,
I'll describe. This is Fire's sister and her crazy fucking ex, like the first
crazy,
time. Like
insane.
stalked her back from the bar, just completely shit faced.
Broke into her
and,
house.
Multiple times. Anyway, it's Fire's sister
Well,
essentially standing over her with a handgun, as the chick is on the ground, like
Photoshop
just
thing.
paralytic. Well, that's one
Yeah.
theory.
She was
While
literally
her
laying in our
two-
driveway in order to evoke an emotional response because she was just an emotionally manipulative, physically abusive, terrible human being.
Yeah.
Single mother of two. Really just
Yes, and
the brightest of all
so there's
worlds.
the two kids are also there as well in this photo. This has all happened though.
Yeah.
Even the execution, but she
Well,
respawned.
She did respawn.
The
Fortunate.
the incredible part of that entire interaction is that if you look at that image, you're like, yeah, no, totally believe that story. 100%. That's exactly what happened.
Oh yeah, I remember that because this was like the first time they really like had an argument. Like you can see the warning signs immediately, like the red flags. Like she was very touchy feely. She kept crying and saying "I love you" over and over again, trying to like love bomb. Like all the like telltale like signs of emotionally manipulative fucking sociopath were there on day one. Yet they were together for like
Classic
2
narcissist
fucking years
tropes.
after this.
Mhm.
Yeah. So anyone
then
out there,
there was that.
if you need to know, if you're an
I do have a question.
emotionally
Can it be
abusive,
considered breaking and entering if they don't break, if they just enter?
And yeah, because the door's always
technically
unlocked.
it was a misdemeanor trespassing and vandalism.
And vandalism.
So even if the door is locked, if they're not allowed in your house and they come in, it's still trespassing. Not breaking and entering, because that would have been the other
that
problem
happened.
solver.
Didn't that
No,
happen
it
later
was.
on?
She did not break a door. She did try to break a door down at one point. She used a old metal desk that she had dropped off to try and break our door down. Didn't work because she weighs about 100 pounds soaking wet. But she did attempt it, and our door is still scratched and scarred to this day. So, yeah. So anyway, if anyone out there is in an abusive relationship, if you notice signs, don't stay. I know it's hard to be by yourself, or be alone with all the thoughts, but I've been doing that for like 10 years now. You can do it too.
Well, you
I
have
believe in that.
War Thunder, so
I
know
have War
exactly.
Thunder. Okay, that is my abusive relationship.
You're in a different kind.
If you're in an abusive relationship like War Thunder,
and
get over it.
sunny side up egg titties. Don't forget her.
Oh yeah, shout out wherever she is.
Actually, that was one of the things that popped up when I was going through the media. One of the first pictures that popped up was the chick with chaos across her chest and the fucking.
Oh yeah. Shout out.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Yep.
And then
Oh,
as we
sorry.
went further, it was one of the other barracks bunnies. I was like, yes, let's go. Let's go.
Step Sergeant, what are you doing?
Yeah.
E7, what are you doing with that private?
Yeah. Be like, I don't know. What are you doing with your not wife? Yeah. How about you fucking stay in your lane? I'll stay in mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my turn. You had your shot. We
Yeah,
don't
good
encourage.
Good thing we
these-
got all
these
the
warm
woke
parties.
shit out of the military. Am I right, guys? Got him.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I
We're
do
getting
like
there.
how that was like a thing. People were like, "Oh, there's so much like woke stuff in the military." It's like there's also fat fucks all over the place. Like, it doesn't. It. I don't fucking care. Just do your fucking push-ups, do your run, and we're good to go. You can barely pass. Just pass. That's all you have to do. Every fucking 6 months, go for a run, do some heaves. Fuck. Nah, can't do it. My flared injury is popping up again.
Shows up every
You
6
do look at
months.
the every 6 months. Nah,
On the
crazy.
dot.
Oh.
On the dot.
Any questions from chat that we're missing by any chance?
Chat want to know our favorite game. We've already answered that. It was Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2 for
Oh,
me.
Yeah.
Wait, Frost, did you ever
Yeah, I
answer
heard,
that question? I feel like we
I
got off
did-
topic.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got off topic really quick there for the last 20 minutes.
That was Skrevski's fault.
It
Sorry.
is 100%. It's always
100%.
it's
Yep.
always the
I'll
guest's
take it.
fault.
I'll take it.
Thanks,
I don't
Skrev.
know. Growing up, high school, I feel like Day of Defeat, Counter Strike 1.6, the OG Counter Strike.
Mm.
Got into
Solid.
Squad, got into Trackmania. Haven't gotten into Arma 3 at all. Fuck that.
Mm.
I do want to get into Reforger.
You did get into Arma 3 and then you murdered a friendly with a grenade. Let's make that clear.
Twice.
Famous grenades.
Yeah, no, the
that
controls are just
that
too
always
much.
happens.
It probably
No,
also
the-
helped that whenever I game, I tend to drink, and so I can't remember the keys. And Arma, you guys know, you use the whole fucking keyboard for Arma, right?
Mhm.
So,
It just
yeah,
takes
no,
time. Once
and
you
it's like,
playing Armor
Muscle
drunk
memory.
is kind of like driving. You just got to get the muscle memory down.
that's probably fair, yeah. No, it's
the
like,
Frost.
cause you gotta set your radio and Arma to the right frequency, and
Yep.
actually it's incredible because it's basically like the radio we use at work when we go to the field, right? Barely know how to do that, so it's like, oh, now I gotta do work shit while I'm trying to play a video game. Like, damn.
I don't know who sent this to me. I got a package of cheese in the mail this week, and
Probably Barton.
I don't know. What? Okay, listen, number one, all the packaging was sealed. I checked.
Yeah.
Number two, it's cheese.
What are they gonna do?
Um,
Put arsenic in it? Fucking.
So
come on,
this is
cocaine.
like smoked peppered cheddar. It's fucking incredible.
Ah.
Sounds
Is that
good.
is that a rind on it? There's so much smoked pepper.
No, it's pepper.
Whoa, love it.
I don't know. It didn't have a name.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Jamie on this one. Eating strangers' cheese that's been sent to me probably would be a bit of a red
No,
flag.
the really entertaining part is that my secretary who got the package put it in the fridge at the office, and I got back from a trip, and she's like, "Hey, you have a package of cheese in the refrigerator," and that took a little bit of explaining why I would be getting a package of cheese. You know what? I'm
You
gonna
have a
take it.
secretary. Unironically, you have a secretary now.
Ironically, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like
Alright.
is it like
Alright,
you
E7.
know, like what kind of secretary do you get? Do you get one that would like pop up on a category, or one that's like good at her job?
It's a guy. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, the guy.
All right.
We're
Well.
gonna go with both.
Okay.
She's pretty incredible. So she is in college, going back for her MDA. Wanted a part-time gig, something to do while she's going to school. And originally she was just going to do a work from home thing, but now she goes in the office twice a week. She does things like pick up my shirts from the dry cleaners and manage my schedule and answer phone calls when I'm in meetings and go through my emails and set up my calendar and put my cheese in my refrigerator. So
God damn.
she's pretty
I
incredible.
Real
didn't
secretary
realize
shit.
you were big time in like that now. Damn.
No, listen, there's very few things that I spend money on myself on. That is
Yeah.
the best thing I've ever spent money on, is having someone help me manage my time better.
Yeah.
You think that'd be a dumb decision? Not at all. Not at all.
I mean, yeah, if you're that busy, go off.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely, absolutely.
If they knew to send it to your office, it probably wasn't one of us.
Well, it was to my house. She picks up my
Oh.
mail when I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
She just
Okay.
doesn't have a key for
Ah.
the place, so the only way that she can get in is if I draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe you don't have a key for my place.
Well, that's nice.
Well, yeah, just
Indeed.
you just get frequent flyer points at a motel. You don't have to take it home.
I don't take my work home.
I work from home, so all my work is at home.
I hate taking my work home. Just makes me miserable. Like I'm supposed to be happy here.
Well, I do like being able to put my feet up while I'm working and have the TV on in the background. So it's kind of nice in that aspect.
Yeah.
We did some like a course or whatever from home back in the day when COVID was a thing, and it was like the worst thing because we had like Zoom calls and stuff, and I just refused to turn my microphone on, and I was just shit faced half the time. It would be like 12 o'clock, and I was already like 3 beers deep, and like, so what do we learn from this doctrine thing? I'm like, the bad guys flanking. It's like what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
We're talking about cybersecurity.
I have a forklift license. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Did you know that I did a barista course? Like, shut up. And then there were other people that weren't drinking like me, and they were just insufferable because they just kept asking questions. You're like, dude.
This meeting's supposed to be over 30 minutes ago, and they're still asking questions. Like,
Just to circle back.
Oh my god.
There's always one person that never, let's circle back to this. It's, hey, I've had this burning question for 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and ask it now. And you're like,
Right.
You could have asked this 30. This is a life decision that you just made. You could have asked this 30 minutes ago, but instead all of us have to suffer now. It's like, I don't.
It's in 3 parts, so let me.
Yeah. Well, first part, blah 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 blah. Talk for like 10 minutes. Second part, completely forgotten at this point. Can you repeat it? Well, actually, on your first point, what? Fuck you. Fuck you.
Now, the people that have questions that are solely related to them, it's like, how about you wait for everyone to fucking leave and then go up to them and ask this thing?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like, oh, sir, what about the people who were recently divorced and have to move back on back? And you're like, what the fuck?
First of all, L. Second of all,
first of all, we get it. You're gonna make sergeant by the end of the year now. That's fine, but like,
we call the stage of depression. The best thing for you right now is
he got his SNCO prerequisite is one divorce.
Yeah.
Well, it's a life lesson. You really got to learn those life lessons to be able to train your train your Joes and your Marines properly.
You really gotta hate going home. Just
yeah. We
gotta
had a
make this
dude.
go as
So
long
I
as
went
possible.
I went to a ball the other day, and one of those senior NCOs was like behind the bar, who like hates his fucking life, and was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I went up and I'm like, hey, like, can I get like a drink? It's like, oh, well, the champagne's free. I was like, oh, cool. Just, give us a champagne. And he fucking pulls out a bottle and hands me 1 glass. I'm like, can I get 2 glasses? He's like, all right, share it if you want. I was like, this cunt's trying to get me fucking like him. Just like, he's like, get written off. And I'm like, and so I'm walking out to the smoking area with a bottle of champagne that's as big as me and 2 fucking glasses. And everyone's like staring at me like, he gave it to me for free. Does anybody want some? All of a sudden, I was like, yeah. Like, yeah. But just the fact that he gave me 1 glass the first time, I was like, I reckon he would have given me a straw if he had it. If he had a long enough straw, he would have.
Nice, like, bendy straw. That's how you. That's how you drown in alcoholism with style. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. I was sitting next to like the 2 like goobiest people as well. Like one of them was like this old Air Force warrant officer who'd done everything, and the other one was some like fresh like flight lieutenant. And I'm just like, I have nothing in common with either of you. Like this sucks.
So how about that weather? Right?
Yeah. So
Save me.
you guys like cheating on your wives? No, okay, that's maybe that's an army thing. It's not. They do.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Yes, if I had a
But it's
degree
like
in theoretical physics.
yeah. Some people who do the seating arrangements, those things, like we put you next to interesting people, and they just like sit there and just like.
Oh, I hate that. We
Nice.
do that at work. Like when we have to go in for those mandatory meetings, and like we've made sure you sit with different people from each team. And it's like, no, I just want to sit with the people I work with because then I can maybe tolerate this this event. You know?
Yeah, I like it because they treat it like it's like high school. It's like, "Oh, we want you to partner up with somebody else." It's like I hate these people, bro. Like you put
Let
me
me
with
be in
these
the group.
people. I'll
Let me
kill
be with my
myself to make it more
fucking
exciting.
clique, please.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude, I hate And then people are like, yeah, we don't want you guys to form cliques, but we work well together. I know, but we want you to work with this like piece of shit that no one likes. It's like, why does no one like him?
Because the clique said so.
Because
Right.
the clique, the boys club, we call it.
Yeah, the boys club.
Hey, yeah, the boys. Actually,
Yep.
they invited me out today, but I was like, no, hang. They wanted me to go to some German beer hall that we went to the other week. Pretty tits, but it's like a fucking trek to get out there. And I have to get an Uber because I'm gonna get shit faced. It's like $40. I'm like, nah. And
Or
last time that turned into like a 2 a.m. fucking rager. It's like, no, please,
Save me. Save me.
please not again.
All right, we are rapidly approaching the time where Frost turns into a Muppet. He's
You can see him slowly going.
getting further and further into that seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke
So
up at 4:30. Tired.
so did I. Sissy boy.
That's a good podcast idea. Is one time we all get Muppets and we're just like fucking yapping
Oh,
away.
that's good. Yeah.
Play
That
like
could go over
Avenue
well.
Q. Is that where you're going, Ozzy?
Yeah, whatever.
Your cane can have its
And
own
then we-
Muppet. I don't know.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
there you go.
the guest isn't the Muppet though.
That's some
The
that's
guest,
some theater kid type shit though, for real.
I mean, I did that.
let's
I
get
did
Nito
that.
on there. Yeah,
Mito on the podcast. Shout out.
Any final questions for Herr Skrevski from anyone?
Scrubsy, how do you do it? How do you stay positive all the fucking time, dude?
Okay, next question.
Just put. Put one foot in front of the other. Just keep your head up, and just you gotta enjoy life. You gotta. It's short. It can go tits up real quickly, but if you really are just put your mind to it, go through it, you find amazing people like us in here. You find your family, you find everything. You just got to put your head in the game and just keep going, and that laughing, smiling can go such a long way that it's pretty remarkable. And that's how I do it, just one foot in front of the other, one day at a time.
Well, we
So,
love you
there
for
you
it,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're my
Yeah, great.
I mean it. You're my hero, Scrubsky. I love you, dude.
I appreciate it. Really do.
What handgun
Really
do you
do.
have in your hand?
Glock
Me?
47.
Oh,
My
just-
hand.
No, I thought Fire was about to sign off.
No.
I love you, bro.
No, Cold Python. We already talked about this.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for coming on the podcast tonight. Culper, do we have any final announcements for the party girls and gals in the chat?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Sign up for events on the website. We got Galactic Contention
Is-
on Sunday.
It's
gonna be super fun.
I'm gonna-
armor event for Star Wars as well. If anybody's keen to try
We're-
that.
we're- we're doing a squad event, but come out for Ozzy's event too. I'm just saying. Also, I'm gonna do a little shilling if it's all right. There's
Got
in June, a pretty important event happened in 1944. We're putting on a D-Day event, so honoring the invasion of France. So if you guys want to come out for that, early June, look forward to it. We're putting a lot of effort into it. So
Not that D-Day, Ozzy. Not the day that you lost your virginity to that
all
priest.
No,
all
that's
those
VE
brave
Day.
Germans. It's all those
It's
poor, brave German boys.
it's really about the same level of PTSD.
Jesus.
All right. Well, that's a good shill. Is it on the website yet?
No, it's not. Nothing for June's up
Will
yet, but
be.
for May we got 14 events in total, so plenty of events to sign up for.
Check them out. You heard Skrevski. Keep an eye out for D-Day June. What is that? June 18th?
6th.
6th.
Well,
we're
D-Day
doing
is the
event.
6th, but the event will be
know.
on the 8th.
8th.
The
Okay.
8th.
I know you said the date for
Yeah.
for the event, but I didn't remember.
Yeah. June 8th.
Cool. So keep an eye out for that. You guys sign up. Come hang out. Have a good time. You heard it here from Skrevski himself. We do nothing but have fun times here. So appreciate
else.
all of you for participating. Any final words to the masses, gentlemen, ladies?
Have a good weekend.
This could have been an email.
Pass your
Then
pass your
you
basic
know.
fitness, please. Please pass your basic fitness standards. For me.
I don't
No.
want to. I don't want to do any more emails. I'm done with them.
Well, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Culper, for doing everything that you do on a regular basis. And we'll catch you guys next week. And we love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.